All right, so there's a couple different ways to create a watch list within iVol Live. We cover those in those other videos, but they can be longer in length. They could be 30 minutes plus. So just to kind of cut to the chase on how to create and track watch lists, there's a few different ways. So if I one is through this real-time spread scanner. So if you come to the real-time spread scanner, what's great about this is you could decide on what strategy you want to use. You can go long, you could go short. You can analyze straddles, strangles, gut strangles, calendar spreads, bull vertical spreads, bull diagonal spreads, bear vertical spreads, bear diagonal spreads, conversions, collars, naked calls, naked puts, covered calls, and covered puts. And then you could sort all that by risk reward, capital required, max return, etc., etc. Then you could show the top 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 results, whatever you desire. And then you go to the next tab, which is stocks, and you can run this screen, long or short, and then the strategies, right, against a stock universe. So this can be a preset that we have, which is our huge entire universe that we offer at iVol Live. You can also create custom groups, which is what I've done, and you can run the scans against the custom groups, or you could specify a specific stock. So if we came here and we did the Dow Jones, you could come in and specify stock sentiment, bullish, neutral, bearish, any, implied volatility index, cheap, normal, or dear, behavior, volatile, quiet, or any behavior, and then again, IV index, relatively speaking, within 1 year range, percentage of historical volatility, or absolute. Then you'd move on to the options tab. Here you would choose your expiration. Do you want to look at things that are, any expiration that fit those prior two tab criteria? Do you want short term? Do you want midterm? Do you want long term? Or do you want to do custom dates? Moneyness, do you want kind of near the money, at the money, far out of the money? So you choose that here. And then, you can reject low volume, reject low quote size. That way thinly traded names don't pop up. Then you can come to risk reward. You could specify, you don't want to do any more than X, any less than Y. And then Greeks. So you could come in here and decide exactly what Greek levels you want to look at. So you can toggle between, set the parameters, and then you would come here and you'd hit search. Once you hit search, the system will do all of the complicated math for you. Once you find a trade you're interested in, there's a couple different ways to look at this. So the P&L calculator is great because, of course, it helps you, run the potential profit, potential loss. But within the real-time spread scanner, we also have a version of the P&L calculator built in. So what you're able to do is you come here, you'll see, the option details, you'll see the Greeks for each leg, if there's multiple legs. Then you could come here and you could say, all right, well, for this risk scenario, what's going to happen in 10-day increments, and if our underlying price moves by 10 percentage points within those increments. And you hit simulate, and this will give you a P&L calculator right here for the position. And you can toggle between time, movement in the underlying share price, or movement in volatility, on either axis. And then you'll just hit simulate, and that will populate here. So then if you like what you see with this particular trade, what you'll do then is you'll go back and you would keep that check mark, and you could copy to your pocket. Let's say we also like this Nike trade and this Nike trade as an example. Copy to pocket. And then when you come over here to pocket, here you go. These are the 3 trades that we're tracking and monitoring. So now what we could do is we could save this pocket, and then anytime we log in and to iVol Live, all we have to do is come here to open pocket. So you'd click on open pocket, and then that would allow you to upload this pocket that you've saved, and your watch list would be right here. The other way to kind of create a watch list from this tool is you could create, put in your ticker that you like. So let's say Nike, and then that's going to pull up all calls, all puts. Let's say you only want to look at calls or puts. Let's say you only want to look at the near-term expirations, so 6/9, 6/31, 23, So now we've whittled down this huge universe into just options that are expiring within June. And then let's say we want to tighten up the strike price. 45 is way out of the money, so we want to look at things that are, from 230 to 260, or excuse me, from 100 to 260, let's say. All right, because the underlying for Nike is right here at 107. So if we wanted to be really at the money, we could do, really near the money, excuse me, we could do like 100 to 110. And now look, like this has gotten very small, very manageable. We have our underlying price, we have our IVX, we have our symbol, and then we also have our Greeks over here. The Greek we have right now is delta. And then you can save this monitor. So what you could do is you could save as. When you save this monitor, anytime you log back in, you would just open monitor. And this exact view would pop up. Whatever you've specified here and then saved will pop up in your new monitor. You don't have to filter all over again. So this makes it very, very useful. So that's how you create watch lists in the real-time spread scanner. In Eyeball Live, you can come here, and there's a couple different ways to view the Greeks. Obviously, here within the options chain, this is SPY. You could come in and you could hit this gear icon, and these are all the different things that we have in alphabetical order. You could also type in what you want, theta, gamma, for an example. I can, hit add. You can apply, and it will apply to this one tab, or save as default, and it will apply anytime you pull up a new tab in Eyeball Live. So there we go. I've saved that for this view. And then to create a custom watch list, you can see here, this is my June 6th charting ideas. I was doing some technical analysis training, and that's what I created this watch list for. But you could have your new group, Greeks, trading, and then let's say that with the Greeks, the names you like to trade are SPY, Nike, Apple, and Tesla as an example. From here now, you can decide how you want to screen for these. So what we have available screening, these are like the defaults: last price, change percentage, implied volatility change, historical volatility, option open interest, call option open interest, and put option open interest, a bit of a mouthful. But you can click on this gear icon, and here's all the different fields available to you, alphabetized. So, you could just scroll through here and decide the different things that you want to add into your view here. You can see there's tons. And then what will happen is this list will stay as a custom list. All you have to do is go to toggle to green, hit apply, or save as default. That field has now added. And this list will stay here indefinitely until you either click here and hit this X to get rid of the Greeks trading list, or you can then eliminate names. Let's say you don't want to look at Tesla anymore, put a checkbox, and then you could hit the trash can. And now here's your custom list. And again, you can add any of these column settings whenever you want. That's why it's called the custom tab. Other thing you could do is you could add to a group from a file. So you would hit open file, make sure your file is saved in .csv format, and then you would just scroll to the group that you want to add it to and hit add. All you need on that file is CSV format and the ticker symbol. That's it. Don't need exchange or anything else. And you would hit add, and anything from that CSV file would populate here on your custom list. What's great about this too is once you create the custom list here, you're able to run scans against that list on the real-time spread scanner, which I was just showing earlier. You're also able to run scans against that list here on the sentiment analyzer. So if you click on the list to run it against, you'll see, here we go, Greeks trading. That's already populated. And then as you use this system and you use the platform, as you find interesting trading ideas, you can then just add them to that list, to Greeks trading, and that'll update in real time and follow you through your journey with Eyeball Live. So I hope that was helpful and covered those questions. If not, just let me know. Cheers.